happening in your home state of Texas. You were a state legislator in Texas before you came to Congress. We've all been following the story of the extremely rare, abnormal, pure, nakedly partisan attempt to redistrict mid-decade just to jack up the numbers for Republicans, to make it more difficult for the American people to essentially choose their own representatives instead of have the representatives choose their people. Democratic members of the state legislature have broken quorum to try to slow this down. There's one member now, Nicole Collier, who is essentially kind of locked inside the state capitol right now. There you see her sleeping because she wouldn't sign a permission slip that they made her. Have you been? What do you think about what's going on in your old place of work?
Yeah, again, we're living in a country of lawlessness. This is unconstitutional. This is someone who has not been accused of a crime whatsoever. In fact, just the opposite. I mean, there are definitely people that needed to be locked up in the state of Texas, starting with our attorney general, who had been under federal investigation for a number of years, who had been under felony indictment for a number of years, who was impeached by his own party. Yeah, yet he never saw any lockup come to him. And obviously, you know how I feel about the president and where he should be right now. But instead, it is a lawmaker who had the audacity to speak up for her constituency and, frankly, speak up for the Constitution and the rule of law overall. And they decided that because they were not being good little Democrats and doing as they were told, that once those warrants expired, most people didn't understand that the warrants that they issued, the civil warrants, are only good during the session in which they are issued. Well, once that session ended, which it ended, that meant that there was now not a warrant. So now what they said is you must voluntarily sign a permission slip for people to track you so that you come to work and don't leave again in order to ring the alarm on what's happening. So my former colleague, Nicole Collier, said, I'm not doing it. I'm not signing it. And they said, well, then we will break the law and we will unlawfully detain you here at the Capitol.
I should note that your former colleague has filed a habeas petition because she basically says she's essentially being imprisoned by the Texas state legislature at this point, government.
That is, yeah, that's an absolute proper thing to file. You file a writ of habeas when there is someone who is a government actor and has illegal custody over your body, and they then have to come and say, this is why we're able to detain you. They are violating her civil rights. Like, there is no question about it. We don't have anything that is available that allows you to restrict a person's freedom from moving about because they failed to sign this bootleg made up permission slip for somebody to then stalk you and be around you 24/7.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who did serve in that Texas Capitol for a number of years. Thank you so much for your time.